Hey guys, this is Vaul, and Merry Christmas to everybody and all of that stuff. Ate a lot of chocolate last night and had some wine, so I'm kind of feeling a little bit nauseous actually. I think I'm coming down with a cold as a result of that. But no big deal, just going to comment on a new first-person video, and this is of me playing as Space Marines instead of Eldar. So as I'm sure you guys can appreciate, I'm not as good with Space Marines. I'm likely to make a bunch of mistakes and not really play the matchup very well, but too bad. Just really playing this for fun, and it's on Tranquility's end. This is a map in Automatch, which is quite scenic, I quite like it. And my opponent is Chaos for this game, so it's Space Marines versus Chaos. With that in mind, I'm going for 3 scout squads to capture the points on the fairly large map with the points fairly spread out. I'm going to use 3 capping squads to do that, and Force Commander straight away, so I've got a little bit of fighting power if he shows up with the squad of Chaos Space Marines or something like that. So yeah, and hopefully you guys have been reading the forums with Dao Sanctuary and Relic News. I'm actually planning on doing a show match between SFTO Luragbek, who won my VRI tournament, up against FZ Chaos, who's one of my favourite players. And I've got some special rules and a special format system which will govern the way that show match happens, so go read up on the forums about how that works. I'll be posting some information about that in a while, but in the meantime check the forums for it. So yeah, haven't spotted any Chaos just yet. He hasn't had tagged me with Raptors or anything like that. Force Commander is nearly out, and I've got the Servitors trucking away on some listing posts, so things going fairly well as planned. Nothing too special about my capping order at all here. I'm just going for something pretty basic. Haven't got any special plan, I'm just going to wing it and just try to react. And here are some Raptors after all. That forces me to stop capturing the relic and send my Force Commander in to defend everybody else. Unfortunately, he's hacking away at my Servitor, so just taking the Servitor, which is on low health, and running him away. Managed to get it out with only a few hit points left, so luckily for me, but the Raptors can still pick that off, especially if they use the F2 stance and gun him down. That's going to be an easy way for the Force Commander to be able to, well, the Raptors to be able to do that, sorry, but right now just microing them around in a circle, forcing the Raptors to chase while the Force Commander blasts away, and try to do a little bit of multitasking in the meantime. And is he gonna die? Is he gonna die? Oh, there he goes. Okay, no big deal. Force Commander still blapping away with his pistol, and at least the other Servitor has finished that post, and finally the Marines show up to help against the Raptors, so that's no problem. If the Raptors attack the Marines in close combat, all I have to do is get the Force Commander in there and they'll be fine. So the Chaos player obviously sees that. It looks like he's reinforcing his Raptors a fair bit too. Also have run into the cultists up at the left-hand side, the critical objective. And Raptors look like they're not doing too much more damage. Have actually completed the capture of that relic in the meantime, which is good. I'm going to need to put a post on it though, so before the Raptors decapture it. And oh, a bit slow here with the scout. Unfortunately, the cultists have actually wasted him, so I'm going to try and get out of there with that single scout. In the meantime, just chasing down the Raptors. They managed to kill one, in fact. Getting the scouts out of the way. Going to go for the center with those ones. Looks like he's put down a post there but hasn't completed that, so if I could get my Marines over there in time, I could be able to gun it down. We'll see. Unfortunately, in the meantime, my Servitor is actually copping some flak over here against that cultist squad, so I'm going to try and finish the post before they kill the Servitor. It's going to be close though. A bit of a risk here by me. I mean, I could just run the Servitor, but I really want to complete that post because then I can put an LP2 on it, and I kind of need it going like that for purposes of later in the game. So that's what's happening there. Meantime, the Space Marines have arrived to defend against the cultists, killing one of them already. I have to pull back the scouts, so just got to be careful with him. I noticed that he's actually captured the point at the top. I've got an LP2 further back on my base, so that's really helped to defend. Got a little bit of lag here for some reason. My video rendered with a little, a few gaps, something like that. No big deal. And here comes his Chaos Lord finally into the action. After, traded some squads there, so he actually wiped out my scouts, but I wiped out his cultists, so this turned out to be a bit of a violent game right from the outset. Second squad of Space Marines in the meantime just to try and help defend, and that LP2 should easily kill that Raptor, that cultist there, so no problem. And yeah, things going alright. I've seemed to have secured my half of the map. He's got more of the critical objectives, I think. I know that he's got the center. I'm not sure if he's got the 9 o'clock. I'm not sure if he completed it. Can't remember. But at this point in time, just going hard out in the LP2s. Main thing about that is that I can really spend a lot of cash in Tier 2 if I get a lot of LP2s, and that's pretty much going to be my game plan. If he gets to Tier 3 too fast, it's going to be hard. But that's why I'm going to try and end it. And I notice that he's got an armory because he's actually researching plasma pistols and heavy bolters there on his squad. So that's something I'm going to have to deal with. With that in mind, I'm going to want to get to Tier 2 as quickly as I can to try and match him. So upgrading to Tier 2 now, and for this period of time between now and when I get heavy bolters of my own, I'm going to try and just ignore him for a period of time and avoid his any kind of frontal assault that he makes. Hide behind the LP2s, and that's another bonus of the LP2s, because against those Chaos Space Marines with heavy bolters, they can be quite difficult to play against, but they're a big investment for the Chaos player, and you've got to keep that in mind. So that's why I'm just going to hang out for a bit, wait for my LP2s to kick in, wait for Tier 2 to kick in, then I'm going to go on the offensive after I've got heavy weapons of my own. So that is the game plan, and I'm not an expert on Space Marine versus Chaos matchup. I do like the matchup, and I have played it a few times before, but that's going to be what I'm going for. It looks like the Raptors are capturing the critical objective, so caught him out there, but here come the heavy bolters in the middle. I'm not ready yet to take them on, so I'm going to lose a lot of guys if I just fight there. So pulling back, this squad of scouts looks like it's in a lot of trouble. Losing the squad of scouts, so that's unfortunate there for me. Didn't quite manage to capture that point either. And this squad of scouts is going to have to run as well. I've actually invested in the third squad of tactical Space Marines. A bit paranoid there by me, probably. Should have probably saved that cash for an armory, but he is pushing in now, and the Space Marines really help to fight off a force like this. If you can outnumber them, you might have a chance, and that's the only way you can go. The scouts can't really contribute to this fight, so I'm sending them over to critical objective. In the meantime, just reinforcing my guys, pulling them back a bit, waiting for the morale to regroup, and then I can go and fight him again. Luckily for me, he's standing in that negative cover, so that gives me an advantage. But it's still going to be difficult because he's just a chock-a-block full of plasma pistols and heavy bolters here. And I'm going to take a lot of flak regardless. Unfortunately, the scout's been caught out in the open there by the Raptors. And yeah, violent battle here. Managing to force him back though because of just the sheer number of Marines that I've got. And I just hit Tier 2 then, so I can get sergeants for my squads. That'll really come in handy. And after that I can save up for an armory and get some heavy weapons. So just doing that now. 150, waiting for the 175. Here it comes now. So armory going down. Hotkey that to 8 because my chapel barracks is on 10, 0 rather, and the stronghold's on 9. I just like to have the hotkeys for the buildings on that end of the keyboard, so I can just go and do all of my macro on one end of the keyboard and then all the micro on the other end. Whew, monotonous talking from Vaul. Hope you guys are enjoying these commentaries. Like I said, I'm doing a show match soon, so this is going to be the last of, or maybe one more first-person commentary before I get underway with the big show match. And it looks like he's hanging out here with his Raptors. Raptors, for some reason, are an F2 stance, so the Marines will easily outgun them. He only just realizes that now after losing a Raptor and then pulls back. So the Marines in position to actually decapture that critical objective, but I kind of want to keep them mobile. I don't really want him attacking me on the other side of the map and wiping out an LP2. That would really suck. So there you have it. At this point, I can arm my Marines with some heavier stuff, so I'm looking to be doing that shortly. Got plasma guns. Plasma guns are one squad, heavy bolters on the others. Reason for that is that if I have to chase after them a lot, and chances are there will be a bit of running backwards and forwards, the plasma guns will really assist me. And if he does sit down to do a bit of firefight, I've got 3 squads and 2 of them have got heavy bolters, so I'm sure to win that firefight. So now's the point in time where I have to put pressure on him, because he has got an opportunity to take Tier 3 at this point and overpower me regardless. A bad position for me, actually walking straight into